Yo, yo, yo. Marvel could be losing some of its characters, and we might be getting this new big budget G.I. Joe game. Plus, Vin Diesel say he got some Riddick 4 news on the way. I don't know. Let's see. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the house. Yo, 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 you know who it is. Welcome to Blues House. This is Blues News. I am Blue Minotti. Now, it's Tuesday, right? So I got a little news for y'all, man. I'm gonna just well, before I hop into it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you want to donate, you can donate. You see it down there on the ticker. Do your thing, man. So let's just hop right on into it, because this is crazy. This could end up being crazy, man. This could end up being, you know what I'm saying? It could be something real detrimental. Could be. I don't know. I don't know. But Marvel, Disney, they got a lawsuit on their hands. They are suing to keep the rights to some of their characters. Marvel Studios suing to keep Iron Man, Spider-Man, and the Avengers rights. A couple other characters also, man. They're suing the heirs to some of its biggest creators in an attempt to retain the rights of the characters of the likes of Iron Man, Spider-Man, the Avengers, things like that, man. Over the past 2 decades, the company's biggest heroes have grown from comic book characters to pop culture superstars. And with the MCU becoming this dominant global worldwide film phenomenon, force, whatever, just wrecking shop, you know what I'm saying? However, despite Marvel's recent success, its characters are still subject to copyright law. This is crazy, man. This is really crazy. Under the copyright law, the creators or their families or estate can file to reclaim the rights to these characters or franchises they made after a certain period of time. Generally, a comic writer cedes the rights to their characters to the company they write for, but after a number of years, the law allows for them or their heirs to petition the publisher's rights to be terminated and the characters in question to be returned to their original creators. A successful termination filing means the company loses the rights to the characters or story in question. That's weird to me. That's like if you come and you build. What about? I wonder does that because it's work for hire. So I'm looking at people who build like cars. So if I come up with a car concept, I wonder does the rights return? You know what I'm saying? Can I sue Ford, Chevy, Toyota, whatever? Um, you know what I'm saying? Like for the design or whatever. That's weird. That's weird to me, man. The waiting period is almost up for a number of these Marvel characters, and the company is taking legal action to try to retain these rights early. So they're trying to get out in front of it. Marvel has filed 5 different lawsuits against the heirs of the estates and past creators, including Stan Lee, Jen Collin, and Steve Ditko. I mean, these is greats that they're trying to sue and get ahead of. The lawsuits claim that all the characters in question were created as work for hire, making their rights ineligible for return to the creators. If Marvel fails in its efforts, it could start losing some of its biggest characters in less than 2 years. Man, the landscape will be crazy. It'll be crazy. Think of that. If Marvel loses Spider-Man, if Marvel loses the Avengers, if Marvel loses whoever to these lawsuits, man, it'll be a crazy. The landscape will be different. And then think of what the creators can do. Oh, this is wild. This is wild, man. It comes just after a month after Ditko's estate filed a termination notice for Spider-Man. So Steve Ditko's estate has already filed suit to regain the right to Spider-Man, and it will take effect in June 2023. Noted attorney Mark Tovaroff, who previously represented the creators of Superman in a similar case against DC Comics, is representing the Ditko estate, while Dan Petrocelli, who successfully defended in the same case, will be representing Marvel in this lawsuit. That past track record suggests that Marvel may have the legal upper hand this time around. So this is the more I read, the more I'm reading about this. This is crazy, man. Tovarov represented a similar case on behalf of Jack Kirby's estate, but Marvel ultimately won out as the courts ruled that Kirby created his characters as work for hire. In short, comic companies have generally been successful at retaining the character rights in these sorts of situations. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Marvel will come out on top. But Spider-Man, Iron Man, and many other Avengers are hanging in the balance. It should be interesting to see how this lawsuit pans out. Yeah, this is real interesting, especially coming from the fan side. Um, I don't know the legality of a lot of these things, you know what I'm saying? But this could turn out, this could be real, especially in the way that it is right now with all of these, with Marvel making this money from these movies. You know, these are the biggest movies in cinematic history that Marvel and Disney is making, man. And it could play out real crazy. I think that is probably would be a settle out of court type situation. Maybe the state, the heirs, the family, they get some kind of kickback, maybe some points. But I believe ultimately Marvel will win this. Marvel slash Disney, however you want to look at it. I think they will ultimately win it because it is work for hire. Like, I hired you to create this character for Marvel, and now you want this character back. That I paid you for this character. It's like I pay you for this cup, or I pay you for a service, and then you want to take the service back. You can't do that, man. At least that's how I feel. But we'll see. We'll see how this the litigations go and the suit happens, man. But that's kind of wild. That's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hope everything works out. Everybody gets what they want, and us, the fans, the consumers, we get what we want also. So next up, nothing big, man. Little GI Joe news. All my GI Joe fans out there, go Joe. They might or not might, but they should be getting a GI Joe big budget video game. So big budget video game is in development by Wizards of the Coast. It's a series of job listing posted by Wizard of the Coast revealed that the company's latest development studio is working on a GI Joe video game, and we haven't necessarily had the best outings when it comes to these, you know what I'm saying, video games like Transformers, G.I. Joe, stuff like that. The new Raleigh Durham studio is currently hiring for a series of positions, including art director, lead animator, lead game designer, and technical director. The description for each position specifies that the applicants, if hired, will be working on a multi-platform action adventure video game set in the G.I. Joe universe. This is the studio's first multi-platform project. Big, just because it's big budget don't mean it's gonna be good, man. G.I. Joe does not have the best track record right now outside of its 1980s cartoon. Like, they just don't have it, man. It's no stranger to video game adaptations. The animated series turned multiple games dating all the way back to G.I. Joe Cobra Strike for the Atari back in '83. G.I. Joe Operation Blackout also came out recently. Critics praised the game's expansive roster while lamenting its underwhelming and repetitive gameplay. So yeah, the roster was there, but the gameplay was trash. So I mean, why even care? You know what I'm saying? Wizards of the Coast, only known for producing and developing a variety of iconic tabletop games. They also were known for, I want to say they're also known for their comic book magazine that came out back in the day, just called Wizard, I think, which I used to collect, you know what I'm saying, and read all the time. There's currently no word on when fans can expect the Wizards of the Coast G.I. Joe video game, but given the importance and the seniority of the positions on the offer, it's reasonable to assume the project is still in very early development. Y'all let me know if y'all want this. I'm not really looking for it. I mean, now, if they can make a dope game, if they can get some, if this can turn out to be good, if it could turn out to be dope, I'm with it, but I ain't got no faith in it. I really ain't got no faith in it, man. I really don't see this panning out or working out to be any kind of a dope game. So I'm just keep moving, man. On to the next. On to the next. Vin Diesel. He came out and had some things to say about Riddick 4 or Pitch Black 4. What do we call, what is it gonna be called? Who knows, man? Riddick 4. He hypes up Riddick 4. Furia may be closer than you think. That's what he said, man. So he said he had an incredible meeting for the planned sequel for Riddick 4 Furia, and it may be arriving sooner than later. So we could be having some new Riddick in the future. He starred in 3 Riddick movies so far. Vin Diesel's long been teasing a follow-up to the fourth for the fourth movie. At one point, he announced that the sequel would be called Furia, and that the plan was to go for an R rating. The actor teamed up with writer director David Twory in 2016 to move forward on the project, and in 2019, Diesel said the script had finally been submitted. So, if you're a fan of this series, like I'm a fan of it, I enjoyed all the movies from Pitch Black all the way into this last one that just came out, man. Um, I'm with it. Updates has been scarce though. Now Vin Diesel seems to be teasing a big update about the sequel. On Instagram, he posted an image of himself as the character Riddick from a previous movie with the caption, right? He wrote, "Incredible meeting today. Thanks, team. You know who you are. Let's just say Furia may be closer than you think. Hashtag Riddick." So what can we infer from that? Seems like the meeting was dope. Seems like they got some things hashed, you know what I'm saying, hashed out, ironed out, or whatever. Seems, I guess it's coming soon, man. I would say that it's coming soon. It is a major update. Vin Diesel is fresh off of Fast and Furious 9. We know Fast and Furious 10 and 11 is also on the way. Um, I think he wants to regain traction in Hollywood. You know, the pandemic put a lot of people on pause, and I think this is a way for him to regain traction. He's been playing this role for 2 decades now. He debuted it in 2000's Pitch Black. Like I said, great film. It was more horror than action, which is kind of turned into, but he kind of went back into the roots on that last one. He did the Chronicles of Riddick in 2004, and he did Riddick in 2013. So it also came with a bevy of video games. I think they were successful. I enjoyed the Return to Butcher's Bay. That was actually pretty dope. I didn't play the Assault on Athena. I think that's what it was called. Didn't play that one. But seems like this is. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Escape from, like I said, Escape from Butcher's Bay. He's in. Hey, Vin Diesel, do your thing, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Do your thing. Riddick 4. I'm with it. Let's go. Let's go, man. I'm a fan of Riddick. Put them goggles back on, man. With the get your eyes shine. Ain't that what it's called? The shine. Yeah, man. Let's go. And make it horror. Stick with the horror theme too. Stick with the horror action thing. And I think that'll work. That'll go. Hey, it'll go far, man. It'll go far. At least that's what I think. So that's the news for today, man. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell as always. I am your host, Bluminati. This has been Blues News. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me for these 10 to 12 minutes. But you know what? You ain't got to go home, but you know where you got to go. Anywhere but here. But come back tomorrow for more Blues News. Appreciate it. And we